Why isn't the news covering the fact that a 21-year-old man that was soon to be 22 was hung from a tree in Henderson, North Carolina? We got to get the word out there, man. His name is Javion McGee. He was a truck driver doing a route, dropping some things off in Henderson, North Carolina, and he was found hung from a tree. Come on, y'all. Now, his family is saying that the police is saying that he went to Walmart, bought the rope, and found the tree and hung himself. Does that sound right? His family is also saying that the coroner and none of the police will let them view his body, will let them see their family member. Like, what's going on? We got to spread the word on this. We got to let people know, because guess what? The news is not letting people know. The media is not saying anything about it. I haven't heard about it. Look at this. Now his family is without him. And that could be my son. That could be your son. That could be your brother. It's sad that things like this are still happening. These things have been happening to us for years. When is somebody going to step in and do something about it? You can't even work a job and get home safe to your family.
Okay, breaking news. It looks like in regards to the case of 21 years young, Javion McGee, they have released two things now. One being the footage of him purchasing the rope at Walmart, which happened the day before the actual incident that occurred, and also the 911 call coming from an individual who has yet to be named that found the body. Check this out. Okay, so keep in mind, this is video footage that was taken from the Walmart of him purchasing rope the day before the incident occurred. This is the day before the incident occurred. Okay, you can see it was purchased for $4.20. Okay, before we get into the 911 call, let's address a couple things in regards to this footage at the Walmart. My first thing being, why did it take you so long to release the footage? Remember, it's allegedly being said that the officers found a receipt inside of the truck that showed a purchase at Walmart the day before. My second question, okay, so he purchased this rope, right? What is it that you saw that made you believe that he did this to himself? And not only that, it was enough of you to believe it so you can go and allegedly you told the family that it was a self-inflicted unaliving. Make it make sense. Most important question needs to be asked right now. Is the rope that was found around Javion's neck, in fact, the same rope that we are seeing being purchased at Walmart? Also, what is the current weight of Javion? What is his body weight? I need the family to let me know what the body weight is. And I'm going to tell you why. And the reason why I asked is because I went on Walmart.com and I found similar rope. Now, remember, he purchased his for $4.20. Notice that from left to right, it gives you the inches, the feet, and the working load limit, right? This may be similar. It's not the same. However, I took an image from the body cam footage and rotated, and look what it says on the working load limit. Would that support his weight? Okay, so now we're gonna get into this 911 call. Remember, this is allegedly the first person who came across the body of 21 years young, Javion McGee. I need y'all to really listen clear and listen to what's being said.
Fans, Kelly 911, emergency?
All right. I got a helping job out here mowing grass, and I think y'all, man out here hung himself in a tree.
The guy hung himself in the tree?
Yeah, he looked dead.
Okay,
Y'all
what's
still
the...
got a rope around his neck.
Okay, and are you with him now?
Yeah.
Okay, and how old does he look?
25, 30, maybe.
Okay, 25 or 30. Okay, is he awake?
No, I think he's dead.
Breathing? Okay.
No, it don't look like it. No, he looks dead.
Okay. All right, got it.
I'm a first responder. I don't know how long he's been there.
All right, I'm just putting it all in here. Give me 1 second. I'm just putting everything. Everybody's already dispatched out there, and give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second for me. Okay, you there, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got everybody on the way. Is there a defibrillator available?
He's hung himself. Yeah, he's gone. I ain't touched him. I ain't been around him yet. I mean, I've been close enough. I don't see him breathing at all.
Okay. All right, and...
No, it ain't no detail around here, though.
Okay, gotcha. I got everybody on the way out there.
Yeah, I hear the sirens, man.
Yeah.
It's just pulling in here now.
Okay. You see them, they're pulling up?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, sir, thank you.
All right, thank you.
First question first. Why were the voices on there altered? What are they trying to hide? And who are they trying to protect? Secondly, in regards to the person that was reporting the body that they just found, remember, we don't know if this is a male or a female, but what suggested to them that Javion did this to themselves? Go back and listen. They too suggested that Javion had hung himself. Lastly, I want you to take a mental note that this individual refers to themselves as a first responder. With that being said, could they be the reason as to why the information was reported the way it was to the family in the first place? I don't know about y'all, but something is just not right. I don't know what it is. I have not figured it out yet, but something is just not adding up. And the lack of video footage is really just blowing me. Like, there's so many cameras around this immediate area, and yet we have so lack of footage. And y'all know how some of these businesses work, where the video footage just records over itself. So we're potentially losing video footage. And it's also blowing me that this company that Javion worked for has yet to come out and make any type of statement. Is there cameras on his truck? Is there something that we don't know? Let me know what y'all thoughts are in the comments. Justice for Javion.
He was shot.
He thought he was drunk or something. They trying to wake him up. The guy was cutting grass. And he saw he won't move, so.
But he won't hang it from a tree.
No,
he won't hang it. He was just sitting.
Sitting on the ground. His body was sitting on the ground. He was leaning against the tree and his butt was touching the ground.
Laid up beside these two little trees right here. Now, if you see these trees, you know, there's no possible way that somebody can hang themselves from these trees. Now, the guy told me that the body was sitting propped up with his butt on the ground and a rope tied around his neck.
My first time coming here, back here.
Okay.
But I do park up there right beside the flatbed right there when I come in on the weekend. I'm gonna be honest, man, I really don't know, but I can confirm one thing.
What's that?
Henderson is not a sundown town.
Okay. Have you?
I feel like it's racism. I feel like what they're saying right now is not even believable. Like, I don't think I think racism is still out here, because I'd have had my mishappenings with Henderson. I done been called all kinds of N-words. I done even went to a white church that they told me that they don't help my kind. So I still think it's racism.
Wow. When was this?
This was recently. I reached out for help because me and my kids was going through something, and they told me they don't help our kind.
Get to the bottom of it and get justice for him and his family. Also, I feel to the bottom of it and get justice for him and his family. Also, I feel like if whoever's a detective on his case, if they do their job, they will get to the bottom of it. It doesn't take somebody with a degree or a rocket scientist to know, okay, track that man's GPS in his truck, backtrack.
Okay.
What happened? That's all you got to do. Like, his GPS will tell you the whole story, and nowadays everybody got cameras. You're not going to tell me there's no cameras on that road. They can go pull somebody's camera right now.
So, y'all know I made that video yesterday talking about, it was a couple days ago, talking about the Javion McGee situation, because I kept getting tagged in the video, okay? And not knowing where it's going to lead. The only reason I got tagged, because I have a huge platform in the trucking community just to be a voice and an influencer in the trucking community, right? So one of the things that I don't do is I'm very big and strict about, like, some of the things I put on my platform till I do my research. Well, in my personal opinion, I just felt like it was just like he just self-harm himself. He just that's just my personal opinion, but I don't want to say much. But when I dropped the video, I ended up getting a message from a allegedly friend of Javion's, right? And I pulled back like, I don't want to say too much on it. But the young man ended up inboxing me and said, I ain't one of his best friends. I'm one of his close friends. And I tried to tell his dad that something was mentally going on with Davion, and he was fighting demons because some of the things he would say to us when we was hanging out, that it didn't sit good with me. He said, I was raised to know better. He said, my mama taught us, like, if you're going through something, you talk about it. And he said some of the things that was said to me, I just felt like he needed help. Okay. So, I ended up calling the young man. We ended up talking for a while, and the young man seemed like he was like very upbeat. Like he seemed like he was in right mind, right spirit, right soul. And the young man seemed very hurt. And I got messages and everything I'm gonna go over with y'all. But it seemed like he was very hurt that he wasn't able to save Javion. He said that he tried to let his dad know that Javion was fighting demons from him saying to him and the other friend that he wanted to unalive himself. What would y'all do? And just to make this clear, I cannot make this up. It's right here. Proof is in the pudding from this alleged friend that sent me pictures of him and Javion hanging out together, they in the car together, videos together, post up at the gas station together, and all that stuff. So I don't got no reason to lie. He sent me text messages. He sent me everything, okay, from what he could. And he just felt like he just wants somebody to listen to him, because he said he allegedly tried to warn his dad that something was wrong with his son. That's what this young man told me. So this is what the young man told me. And he sent this to me. He said the only reason he reaching out to me is because I was the only video that he kind of seen that kind of made sense to, like, thank God, like, somebody would hear me. Somebody, if I say this, you would believe me if I say this to you, that I feel like he unalived himself. So the young boy gave me his number, and I responded back. I said, this is Clarissa Rankin. I tried to call you. You didn't answer. So the man just responded back, and he said, I got pictures. I got of us together. I don't have no reason to lie. I got text messages from him, and I'm telling you that when we used to be together, he used to be tweaking. He said my mama even was trying to help him at one time because he showed out so bad. He was tweaking, and it's like he was seeing demons so bad that one day we had an event. And he said that I just want you to hear me. I got everything. I got proof of telling you, like, I don't have no reason to lie. He said, I got proof. Just hear me that I feel like that Javion did this to himself. So I said, what proof do you have? He sent me everything. And one of the things he sent, it was Javion allegedly sending him a message saying, I be thinking a lot of shit, though. He said, really all I can do on this road. You remember I told y'all the other day, when you are on the road as a truck driver, the only thing you got is your mind, that equipment, and that road. That's all you got. So if you already battling with any kind of depression or anxiety or anything like that, you're going to battle with it more because you got more time to be confined within your mind. Okay? Let's get that clear. So Javion also sent him a message saying where he was heading or whatever, and he said, this is allegedly what Javion told the best friend. He said, I'm smooth though. I'm finna be gaining weight like a mother though. All right. And then he said, I've been getting lazy as shit. He said, I need some dumbbells or something. So the friend suggested to him, because the friend said he used to always talk to Javion on the phone when he was driving sometime. And he said that once they realized, him and the other guy realized, like, he be kind of battling with demons, they'll always check up on him and see how he doing. And he got messages that, like, how you doing, bro? What's going on? Like, all this is right here in this message. And just seeing how he doing, like, what's up, gang? What's going on? Like that. So when Javion told him that he needs to lose, he gonna be gaining weight or whatever, the friend suggested to him, he said, I was just trying to be a friend, like my mama taught me, like just trying to be there for him. Because he said, I really like Javion. He was cool, and I know he was battling with something, so I was trying to help just as a human, just trying to help. The friend responded, he said, you better be doing some push-ups when you at the stop. Like, you better be doing some workouts while you at the stop. And Javion just responded back. He said, yeah, I'm gonna have to get some dumbbells or something, right? That was that one conversation. But this is where the conversation kind of get to be like, I told y'all something went right. You never know what people going through. Javion sent him a message, allegedly. Javion sent him a message on June 13th on Thursday at 10:59 p.m. Shit, I've been on the road, bro, and this shit different. There it go. So if that young man, as the friend, already been talking to, just allegedly talking to Javion, and he already know that Javion be battling with a demon, and Javion done told him that. And you know, these young kids gonna talk to their friend before they talk to their mom or talk to us. They gonna talk to a girl before they talk to us or whatever. If he done been knowing that, the friend responded back and said, I'm already knowing, like, it hit different, you know? When the friend allegedly called that dad, listen to me, sir, to Javion's dad, if you ever watch this video, if, I don't know if this is true, but if this young best friend ever reached out to you and tried to tell you that your son was battling with depression or a demon or something within him, and you did not do anything to help your baby, you're never going to be able to live with a clear mind another day in your life, because you're going to always say, I wish I was there to help my son. I wish I would have listened to him. So I'm sorry for your loss, sir. But if this is true, I am sorry for you. Okay? Because it says right here, allegedly, the next morning when Javion got up, he said, the guy responded back, are you good? And that's all the message that he sent from right there. But this is where it gets real good. On September the 3rd, on a Tuesday at 3:42 a.m., allegedly, Javion texts his friend, shit is crazy, bro. I'ma push it like my dumb ass was doing with that front. The friend responded back, what happened? Javion responded back with the same message again. Shit is crazy, but I'm going to push it like my dumb ass was doing with that front. Okay? And this was on September the 3rd at 3:42 a.m. My question is, before I read the rest of it, no, he said, so the friend responded back, you never told me what's going on. And he said, Nigga had me worried about you, bro. Like, you got me worried. What's going on? Javion allegedly responded back, nah, you ain't got to worry about it. Just pray for me. Okay? The friend responded back, what happened? That's the last conversation he sent about that. Then he sent me pictures of him and Javion together. Like, he's saying, I'm telling you, this is my friend, right? So, from just reading that, now me not knowing who this, I don't know Javion from a can of paint. I don't know his family, nothing. I'm just telling you what this person sent to me because he felt like somebody's going to listen to him. And I told him, and he said, you got the platform to hear me. Like, I was trying to help. I was trying to tell his dad. So he said, Clarissa, like, I said, well, can I say something online? He said, I don't care. He said, I just wanted to help my friend and nobody's listening to me. Nobody's hearing me. Let me say this. When it come down to the person that was the spokesperson for the family at that gathering, I'm going to analyze this right quick. Okay. He set his good goof behind on that camera and sat there and said that, basically what he was doing was common. Buying a rope was common. You need a rope for trucks, and that doesn't get, sir, stop talking, because you didn't, first of all, you didn't barely knew what you was talking about, because you kept reassuring and looking over your shoulders for everybody to reassure what you was talking about. If that's the school that you went to, school of law, whatever, you should did some more research, and they need to get their money back, because you sat up there and made a complete fool of yourself. Baby, ain't no reason by nobody buying no rope. If somebody need a rope, you talking about the keys and universal keys and all that stuff, they could take the seatbelt, put it through the door, and put it through that doggone hoop. Okay, if he needed to lock the door because he was scared, then he didn't even stay in the truck. He was trying to go off himself in the hotel room. Let's get that clear. Stop playing. You should have never got your behind on there talking about trying to talk for that family, because you made a fool of yourself and you embarrassed the trucking community by trying to tell us like what he need rope for. Another thing, that type of rope is never going to be used on these trucks. That thing gonna ravel apart at 2.5 seconds as soon as it get running on the road. And the next thing, if he need anything, he can use scraps, he can use loading bars, he can use bungee cords, stuff like that. There's no reason for him to use that type of rope. That type of rope don't hold no weight. The type of rope, or the type of things that he would need to, as a truck driver, as you was trying to indicate, is a scrap. A scrap, a bunch, or a loading bar. So when weight push up against it, it won't go nowhere. It will be in stance. It will be in its place, for it won't shift when you moving that freight from point A to point B. And it can hold 3,000 pounds. It can hold 5,000 pounds. Or if he had chains, or he had some kind of the what's the name for flatbed and stuff like that. That's the type of equipment that he need. He do not need that little piece of rope. Baby, that little piece of rope wouldn't have did a doggone thing for that truck. Let's get that clear. And you should know that if you would have did your research. So that really pisses me off, because you sitting here trying to make it seem like it was a normal thing. It was a normal thing for him to be able to buy that rope. Call a spade a spade. The cousin... Sorry for your loss, sweetheart, but you jumped the gun. You shouldn't have took your behind this internet and talked about how the law enforcement and all that didn't want to do nothing for your family. You talked too soon, sweetheart, and you did that for you can go viral. Now you got all these people making these videos for Javion McGee, and they just doing that to go viral. They just doing that for content. Now you got all these people thinking that it was something like it was a lynching or whatever like that, all to go viral. So you shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have did that, because you made your family look bad, and you made that whole scene look bad. And in all reality, the baby was suffering from mental health. That baby committed that crime on himself. That baby offed himself, and he tried to off himself in that hotel room. Call a spade a spade. Sorry for your loss. But that baby off himself in that hotel. He wanted to off himself in that hotel room. He just couldn't get a room. Baby, truck drivers don't do all that moving around and stuff. We don't do that. Unless we got somebody that we're going to see in that area, or we got a family member coming to pick us up, or something like that. We don't do all that moving, especially if he got a truck with a sleeper. I'm sorry to say this, but all this stuff is unnecessary. All this extra crime, all this extra attention that y'all are giving this particular topic is all unnecessary. It's all because the cousin got her good goof behind this internet and sat there and made a video and jumped the gun before everything can even get started of doing the investigation. So I'm just keeping it real. And a lot of people don't like for you to be real, but at the end of the day, like I told y'all, when you behind that steering wheel, it's just you, your mind, that equipment, and the road. And you got to make sure you keep yourself together. So with that being said, I said what I said. I don't have no reason to lie. I'm just speaking up for the young man that's allegedly his best friend. And I'm being a voice for him. He tried to warn that family, allegedly, that it was something wrong with this young man. And he tried to warn the family, allegedly, that that Javion was seeing demons and everything else. And now that young man is never going to forget his friend. Allegedly, he's never going to forget his friend and what happened. He's feeling now that did he do all he could do? Yes, he did all he can do. If this is true, and which is going to come out if the young man did off himself, if this is true, now this young man got to deal with this the rest of his life, all because he told that daddy that something was wrong with his son. And let me say this one thing before I go. It's very common in the black community that y'all tell these men to be quiet when they cry. Be quiet and sit down somewhere. Ain't nothing wrong with your ass. Sit down. Stop that. People be dealing with life. Life be life for everybody. And at the end of the day, if you are not going to be a person that stand up for someone when they tell you something's wrong with their mental space, don't be a person in their environment at all. Find that person some help. Find that child some help. Listen to your kids when they say, look, I'm not right. I'm not together. Get me some help. People act like people in the black community don't have issues. Everybody have issues, but life really be lifing for some people. Some people cannot help the card that they was dealt with when it come down to their mental space and their mental capacity of what they dealing with. Some people cannot fight demons within their mind, and it's very human. It's very unfortunate, but it's very human. And I feel sorry for this young. I feel sorry for Javion, because ain't nobody in their right mind gonna do all that moving around. And just got their CDLs. Ain't nobody in their right mind. So when everything really come out, I promise you, Lord rest his baby soul, but I'm gonna be praying for the mama. I'll be praying, because he said that Javion didn't have a big relationship with the mom. He had a relationship with the dad. But whatever happened, this is to the daddy. Whatever happens when y'all was in Miami for your wedding, that best friend said, whatever happened when y'all was down there in Miami, or whatever happened with Javion, that changed his whole aspect of you. That's what his friend said. So I'm just being a voice in the trucker industry and just trying to just be a voice for this young man, because he feels horrible. And it don't seem like, and now what you going to tell me, I'm crazy? Or what you going to tell me, oh, that man don't know Javion. Javion right there in the picture with him. Did he copy and paste, edit that picture? Like, or you might say, he don't know Javion. How did I know that the daddy got married in Miami to his new wife? How did I know that the young man called? Allegedly, he said he called that daddy and he told him, your son be talking like kind of off. He be talking about offing himself and everything else. And he said the dad said Javion is an overthinker. He be overanalyzing stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with Javion. That's exactly what that young man told me. So if it was my baby, if this was my child telling me this about one of his friends, I'll be at your front door telling you, you better listen to my baby. Check your child. Because at the end of the day, kids ain't going to just take out time to do all this. This young man is sending me pictures and messages and everything about the conversation, all because he wants somebody to hear him. Well, I'm being a voice for him. I hear him. I hear that young man say, this, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I hear him. And if he a damn liar, damn it, he a good doggone liar. But I hear that baby. I'm just saying. And so if you don't like what I just said, you'll be all right. Have a good day. Praying for the family. It's your girl, Carissa Rankin. Say it loud, say it proud. This is not Truckers Life, baby.
All right. So we were talking about the Mario Kassir case, this situation that went on with him. He was a truck driver who owned his own business, and he was unalived in North Carolina. Which also there were like two other men that were unalived in North Carolina also. But anyway, I've done a video on on the information that I have gotten. So I said I was gonna I was gonna get up with the video. So here is the video.
What they saying, the detective saying that he walked out of his apartment and walked into the woods, 50 feet into the woods, and hung himself. I said, ain't no way. Why would he hang himself? And if he would have did it in his apartment, And then I told him, I said, well, black people don't hang themselves. What I say that for? He got pissed because I said that. And he talking about, I said, black people don't hang themselves. Black people will shoot themselves or take some pills. Now, we don't hang ourselves.
Mr. Kassir is also from Chicago, and he was staying in Charlotte, but his family does not live in Charlotte. Now, this happened on April the 29th, 2025. And here it is, May the 25th, and there has been no news coverage, not even an article, not even a news clip, nothing. And it seems like the detectives in Charlotte are trying to cover this up. Hello, Master. Miss Moore.
This is she.
Hey, how you doing, Miss Moore?
I'm doing okay.
Okay, my name is Richard Taylor. I got your number from Miss Gates, Tiara. And she had told me about your son, which I was the one who kind of exposed this case down there in North Carolina. And I hadn't heard anything about it. And so I was wondering, could you kind of give me some information so I can look into it?
Yes, you ain't hear nothing about it because they ain't put it on the news or nothing. They ain't even, when we got down there, we went to the police station. I guess I should have went to his apartment first. We went to the police station and to go talk to Detective Moore. And when I got there, he was like, oh, I can't believe you got here that quick. I said, what do you mean? This is my son, my baby boy. Yeah, I'm coming quick. So we got down there, we in there talking, and all along we talking. He got a smirk look on his face, smiling and stuff. So I hit the table. I told him, if you don't quit with that smirk look on your face, because ain't nothing funny. This is serious. Somebody killed my son. And he said that, they saying that. I said, why would he kill himself?
And he was a truck driver too?
Yeah, Mario drove trucks, and he had his own little trucking business too.
And how old was he?
He just turned 30 February the 25th.
Okay, that's the day before my birthday. What city did this happen in?
This happened in Charlotte, North Carolina.
On what
They
day?
said it was 2 hours away from where her son got killed at.
Yeah, so what day did it happen on?
They said it happened April the 29th. And I ain't able to get no police report, the autopsy, or nothing. But it's funny because, I told the detective, I said, because he told me that he took pictures and everything. But when I asked for him, all of a sudden he talking about the fire department took the pictures. So I'm asking him, so which one is it? Did you take the pictures or who took the pictures? And he kept saying he didn't ever know where Mario lived at. And then all of a sudden, I guess he went to his apartment, went inside his apartment, talking about his 4 phones, his computer, tablet, everything was wiped clean. He didn't leave no note or nothing. And we went to the crime scene. They didn't even have it taped off. The stuff was still there. The table that they claiming he stood on. But my son weighed 307 pounds. I told him ain't no way he could have stood on that without either breaking it, or when he stood on it, they should have had footprints on it, and it should have went down into the ground, because it was soft out there, that dirt.
Did you take pictures of the table in the scene?
Yes, I got all of that. So we go back the next day. And the stuff is gone. So I called the detective. I said, so why didn't you get the stuff from the crime scene? But now it's gone. We went back out there to get it. It's gone. He didn't say anything.
All right, guys, you've heard it. You heard the audio with whoever was interviewing Mario Kazier's mother after Mario's death. You hear the fuckery. You hear the red flags that I was speaking of in the previous video. And you also heard the audio with Mario's mother and one of the detectives. I want y'all to stay tuned for part 2. I'm going to do another video on the situation because, unfortunately I was not able to play the whole thing. So I'm going to have to break it into parts. But yeah, stay tuned for part 2. Do your best to stay safe.
Hey everybody, this is my best friend right here. We go back to the sandbox. His name is Mario Kazier, and he was moving back North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, with his grandmother and stuff, and they found him hanging from a tree a week and a half ago. And detectives, they're not pursuing anything, they're not trying to give any answers, they're being rude. So I need to get this story out because prior to that, a couple months, there was another young cat, CDL driver, that was hanging from a tree. And they said he did it, but this right here, I know my friend, and he did not do that. If anybody know Mario, he did not do that. So I'm trying to get this story out there. Please repost and get this out there, please. Because it's 2025 and it needs to stop.
So part 2 of Mario Kazier's mother on audio with the interviewer and the detective. Let's see what they have to say.
But my son weighed 307 pounds. I told him ain't no way he could have stood on that without either breaking it, or when he stood on it, it should have had footprints on it, and it should have went down into the ground, because it was soft out there, that dirt.
Did you take pictures of the table in the scene?
Yes, I got all of that. So we go back the next day. And the stuff is gone. So I called the detective. I said, so why didn't you get the stuff from the crime scene? But now it's gone. We went back out there to get it. It's gone. He didn't say anything. But he done been all in Mario's apartment and stuff, and he was going to arrest us for going down there saying that I was trespassing and stuff.
So Mario lived in Charlotte?
Mario lived in Charlotte at, I got his address. Yeah, he lived in Charlotte, but what they saying, the detective saying that he walked out of his apartment and walked into the woods, 50 feet into the woods, and hung himself. I said, ain't no way. Why would he hang himself? And if he would have did it in his apartment, you know? And then I told him, I said, well, you know, black people don't hang themselves. What I say that for? He got pissed because I said that. And he come about, I said, black people don't hang themselves. Black people will shoot themselves or take some pills. Now, we don't hang ourselves. And Mario had no reason for to kill himself anyway. And then he said he didn't know where he lived at, but all of a sudden, he know where he lived at. He seen Mario leaving out his apartment at 10:30 at night, he said. His girlfriend was on the phone with him. And on the game system, she said she can check and tell when he clocked in and out of it, whatever. But yeah, she said that they was on the phone talking. So she ain't no way he could.
They was on the phone talking at 10:30?
No, they was on the phone at 11:30 talking, but they said he left the apartment at 10:30. So when he left the apartment, I asked the detective, did you see him with the table and the rope in his hand that you said he hung himself with?
So what'd he say?
They rushed me into getting him embalmed.
So they embalmed his body here?
They would not let me see him. Down there, yeah, in North Carolina, they would not let me see him. I begged him. I said, please let me see him. I don't want y'all to embalm him. I want to see him. You know, I got to look at his body and everything. But they said, no, man, we cannot do that. So, yes, his body is still down there because I was trying to wait on his dad. His dad's supposed to be getting out, at least let him see him because he ain't seen him in years, you know, because I was going to just get him cremated.
So,
so much.
So his body been down in North Carolina for about a month now.
Yeah, it's down there in the, what they say, in the
morgue.
The funeral home.
Okay.
Yeah, the morgue, yes.
And so how did the detective say he saw him?
The detective told me that a doctor came into the parking lot of the doctor business offices over in that area. When he was coming down, he claimed that the light shined on him and he seen a person hanging, so he goes up to him and there was no life or nothing, you know?
No.
Like, did he try to get him down or anything, you know?
So you said there was a doctor that shined the light into the woods?
That shined the light coming down into the parking. That's what he telling me, the detective said. The doctor came down into the parking lot. As he was coming down, his light shined, and that's how he saw the body.
And so,
I asked him who was the doctor. Of course, he ain't telling me nothing. You know, he don't want me to talk to nobody, ask questions or nothing.
So you remember when you told me that the detective said he saw him coming out of the apartment?
Yes. And I asked him, how did he see him?
Yeah, how did the detective say he saw him?
I asked the detective, how did you see him coming out of the apartment? You told me you ain't know where he lived at. All of a sudden, you had his apartment and everything. And when we went to the apartment complex, the young girl was talking to us, you know, but another one was sitting behind her, ear hustling. I told my sister-in-law, I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back. When I came back, the girl must have went and called the detective or something. As soon as we was going out the door, he gonna say, didn't I tell you? Before I knew it, I'm telling him, who are you talking to? Because I'm not your kid. The heck you mean? Who are you? What you telling me? Didn't I tell you not to go back there? An officer will be out there and you guys will be arrested for trespass. I told him, well, we already gone.
And you said you said he went in his apartment and he said his 4 phones and his computers were wiped clean.
Computer, everything was wiped clean, and he didn't leave a note or nothing. I said, oh, hell no, this is not right.
And what gave them right to go into the apartment too?
That's what I asked him. Who did you go in the apartment with? He said he went into the apartment with another detective, Murphy. I said, well, where's the property manager at? Why is they not going in there? Y'all going in there, y'all could be taking anything out. I won't know what's missing unless the girlfriend goes in there with me, you know?
Did you get his property back?
They won't let me get the property. I got to talk to the detective. Detective is in charge of everything.
And who's that detective? Moore?
No, Detective Moore. I'm going to get his full name because I got his badge number and everything. Oh, yeah, he's a mess, I'm telling you. He's sitting up there with a smirk look on his face, but he brought this other police officer. She got a police uniform. He brought her in there. She got a notepad and everything. Boom. She set that notepad down, didn't take notes or nothing. She just sitting there staring. I had to tell her to quit staring. But she just staring us down, you know?
And they... They don't even got this. They haven't had one news report
they ain't put it on the news or nothing. I'm telling you, the crime scene it wasn't taped off or nothing. This mug gonna tell us, oh, we watch too much TV. I said,
this is looking fishier and fishier by the minute, guys. Okay, so they claim that a doctor, shined a light from the parking lot from wherever that person was at and saw the body hanging from the tree. Okay, so mom wants to talk to the doctor. So why is it an issue if everything is true? So they're not letting mom talk to this doctor. Guys, y'all stay tuned for part 3. Demise of Mario Cassier, North Carolina trucker. This is the audio with mom and detective, part 3.
and you ain't gonna sit up here and tell me that my son hung himself. No, somebody else did this.
Oh, have they given you any of his property?
I ain't got none of his property. I ain't got the police report. Nothing.
Okay.
They gave me nothing. The autopsy, nothing. You know, I'm like, I would like the police report, the autopsy, the pictures, all that, because I need to see this, you know, because you saying he hung himself, but when we went to the crime scene, why is the little bitty table on the other side of the tree, you know?
You gotta send me that picture so I can see. And
yeah,
so the girlfriend,
I got the lighter though. I got the lighter.
Was it his lighter?
I don't know. I just picked it up. I didn't touch it or nothing because it was at the crime scene.
So
I went back to get the other stuff. The cigarette, the white cigarette was gone, and the table that they said he stood on, it was gone. Yeah, but they left the lighter. But I did pick it up. I ain't touch it or nothing. I got it wrapped up in this bag. And so he gave me his clothes that he had on, so I got them. I ain't even opened that bag yet. It's just in there.
So what they said, he hung himself from a tree?
They said he hung himself from a tree. Yep, I took pictures and everything, you know?
Okay.
I'm like, they done left everything at the crime scene. They didn't tape it off or nothing. I asked the detective, so why y'all ain't got this on the news? Ain't nobody knowing nothing about it, you know?
And what
like
they say?
Little boy. They ain't know nothing about him.
And so what time do you think did the girlfriend say what time she got off the phone with him?
I don't know. She didn't say what time because she said it was 11:30. She screenshotted me. I'm going to send you all that, too.
Okay.
She screenshotted me the call and everything. That's why I said, oh, I'm not understanding this here.
I can't believe this has been a month and nobody has heard nothing.
I ain't heard nothing. They ain't saying nothing. They won't answer the phone. I called his supervisor because I was telling him how he treated us when we got down there. Like, this is a joke. He don't care about nothing, you know? And we felt like we was being followed and stuff. You know, certain places we go, we felt like we was being followed. I said, oh, my God.
Who went down there with you?
Me, Mario's grandma, Mario's uncle, his cousin, and his auntie, and his other cousin. So they already told me don't go down there by myself.
Yeah, so y'all got down there the next day.
Yes, sir. As soon as we came there, he was like, oh, I didn't know y'all was coming this quick. I'm about to lose my mind. What are you saying that to me for? You know?
So how did he say he got in touch with y'all? How did he say he knew who y'all was?
He got in touch with, I guess they got in touch with the Alton Police Department because they called my cousin, Michael Woods, and he called me because I'm on his lease thing over at his apartment when I first moved in town. So that's how they got it. That's how they found out an address on me and went over there and was telling him that he needed to call me, and they telling me and stuff over the phone. And then I wouldn't believe in him. So when he came over here and he said the detective gonna call you. I said okay. So he comes over here and all my family and everybody was over here. We was talking and stuff, and the detective called and told me that they found Mario in the woods hung. Just like that. I'm like, what? I said, you lying. He did not kill himself. That's what they trying to say. He killed himself.
And so these woods was like right by his apartment?
Right by his apartment, like 50 feet. That's what they trying to say. He walked. But the detective said he didn't even see him. Now all of a sudden you just seen him on the camera and stuff. That's what I'm trying to figure out. When you seen him on that camera, what did he have in his hand? Detective Moore won't even tell me that, you know?
Oh, okay. So, yeah, he said he seen him on the apartment camera.
Yeah, they seen him on the apartment camera. I guess it's like a key pod or something you got to use to get in.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he seen him on that leaving at 10:30 at night. The girlfriend said, how did he see him leaving at 10:30 at night? He in the house talking to me on the phone. You know? She screenshotted everything. I said, yeah, he's lying. That's why he know he done got caught up in the lie. That's why he went back and got that table from the crime scene, because it wasn't there.
As you've heard it. You've heard the conversation with a detective from Charlotte, North Carolina. We got a lot of unanswered questions here, but it all points to one direction. It points to a lot of foul play. But, okay, so the girlfriend, she screenshots. She has proof. She has a screenshot of her, which is her and Mario, being on the phone during the time that they claim he was seen walking in the woods to unalive himself. Also, mom goes to the scene. It was not expected to be there so soon. But mom comes on the scene. At first, she comes on the scene, and the table is there. The next day she goes back, the table's gone. So you have a scene here, right? Where somebody is unalived. And usually in an unalived situation, they have the scene taped off. It's taped off. Okay? And it stays taped off until they're finished gathering their the evidence. You know what I'm saying? So the scene was not taped off at all. On top of that, it leaves the scene open for anybody to come in and do what they want to do with it. Okay? So she comes back, the table's gone, which means somebody tampered with evidence because they claim used the table to unalive himself. So they also claim was a videotape of him leaving to go into the woods to unalive himself. A lot of contradiction of what is being said. Okay, the story's changing up and stuff like that. But they said there was a videotape of him walking into the woods to unalive himself, but mom don't get to see the video. Mom asked to talk to the doctor to find out what the doctors claim that they saw. They're not giving mama the evidence. They're not giving mom his possession. They're not letting mom talk to the doctor. They're not letting mom see the autopsy. They're not letting mom see the pictures that was supposed to have been taken. She hasn't seen the body at this particular time. Okay, if you claim that he unalived himself and on, by hanging himself, who moved the rope? I'm pretty sure the rope has fingerprints on it. Right? This is crazy. Last thing I want to say is this, and this is just my opinion. The reason why they didn't expect mom to be there so soon because they didn't have enough time to get their story together. Mom ends up showing up before they were able to piece everything together to think of what kind of lie they was going to tell. They didn't have time to get the answers to the questions that she may ask. They didn't have time to think of anything to say. So that's why when mom gets there, it's a whole lot of changing up on the story, not answering some of her questions at all. There was not enough time to do that. But listen, I want y'all to follow up on this story. Okay, so there is a possibility that on YT, you will be able to find and follow up on this situation here on YT. Now, it may be somebody may come up with this, but if you want to dig deeper in it, I think YT may put give you updates more quicker than this app here. So I'm going to end this here. I'm stopping at part 3. Because I want you to, if you feel like digging, dig for yourself. So this is my last part on this. I do want to say one thing though. Guys, the unaliving of melanated people, like this is not, and I know it's destroying families, destroying hearts. But honey, the alleged human meats being sold, the organs of melanated people being missing, alleged human people on market. Listen, stories like this may not go anywhere anytime soon, because the more they do this kind of stuff, the more in demand of the melanated flesh, organs, or all of this kind of stuff they're going to need. So we're going to have to, I'm not going to say deal with it, but until spirit comes and changes this stuff, this is just, this may, I'm not even going to repeat it. I'm not even going to repeat it. But like I always say, stay safe to the best of your ability, honey. All right, guys, I'm going to call out the name in the order that you saw the picture. Okay, the latest death on up to the most recent death. So at first we got Tamon Blair, Charlotte, North Carolina. He passed March 15th, 2019. We have Javion McGee. He passed September the 11th, 2024. He's from Vance County, Illinois, but he died in Henderson, North Carolina. Mario Cassier, which is the latest one that I know of, he's a truck driver also, and he died in Charlotte, North Carolina on April the 29th of this year. So guys, listen, all three of these are truck drivers who was unalive, same type of death, and in the same state. All three of these guys were young, had their whole life ahead of them. And actually the last one, which is Mario Cassier, he had his own trucking business. So what I'm going to do is I am going to give them a moment of silence. But before I do so, I do want to say that there were a lot of people watching my other video. It was taken down. So TT took that video down, honey. And I guess it was getting a lot of backlash in the comments. And actually it knew that it was going to get a lot of backlash. So they silenced my video first. They silenced the last portion of my video. It appealed several times. And what happened was they would put the video back up there and then violate it again, like 2 or 3 different times. And then it got to the point where a lot of people were watching. I got a lot of views and a lot of comments, and those comments were not good. I mean, because it's not a good, what happened was not good. So of course we're going to get some kind of comments like that, but they didn't like that. And y'all look, and I hear people talking about all the time, listen, oh, this is AI generated. Yeah, but who programmed the AI? Which means, honey, not only AI watching this and operating it, honey, there's fingers, people pressing buttons right behind the scenes, and people programming the AI to do certain stuff. So we don't blame AI. Anyway, yeah, so the main part of that video, I wanted to just, show my condolences to the families and stuff like that. But since it was taken down, I'm redoing it now. The only difference is this video, you may not be able to comment on this video because I don't want this video taken down. Okay, so we're going to contribute. We're going to show respect. I'm going to show respect, and I hope others follow me, giving them respect to the families, the friends of these guys, the loved ones, whoever, that if they have kids, whatever, all of that goes in conjunction. But we're gonna show respect to these guys. Okay, so right now I want to give a moment of silence. All right, guys, back at it. Listen, if y'all want to do your own little moment of silence, that's fine. I'm just doing this for this video. Okay, so also on the other video that was taken down, I was explaining how I was going to come back with the audio. I was able to get a recording of the audio of mom talking to the person that was interviewing her, and mom was talking to one of the detectives. Okay, and she can't look. She didn't pull no punches. Like, she was concerned about her son and what happened. And I want you to go back and look into. I tried to pin those 3 videos. There's 3 different videos. I had to break them, divide them because of the time. But go back and look at all 3 of those videos if you can. And yeah, and we all know what's going on. Like, it's no genius. This has been going on for years, and it's still going on. The only difference is now the veil is being lifted. So a lot of things that were covered up back then is coming to light now, because our eyes are changing. Our eyes are opening up. I put it like that. The atmosphere is shifting. Okay, so please go back and look at those 3 videos, and I'm going to end this video with showing that picture again. And y'all do your best to stay safe, the best of your ability. Stay spiritually grounded. And I am not talking about that book that was given to you by your oppressors to praise. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about get rid of the middleman and get spiritually grounded yourself. And if you don't know how to, I don't have time to explain how to do that. I can do what I know to do that works for me. And nobody told me how to do it. I figured it out on my own. Seek for the truth. Always seek for the truth. Question certain things that don't seem right. Okay? Go to the Creator the best way you can. And listen, we all have the power within us. And you take it how you want to take it, whatever. We all have power within us. The Creator, our Creator, gave us portions of that power to use. When you go to the middleman, instead of trying to go to Creator yourself, you're giving him a portion of your power. You're giving him a portion of your power when you do not make that connection yourself. Yeah, I had to learn the hard way. And there's still a lot of stuff I need to learn. But y'all stay safe to the best of your ability. This is no surprise, guys. It's saddening. And of course, we're going to feel it because they are a part of us. Yes. Love you.
Listen to me when I say this. Black men, black women, but especially my brothers out here on these roads, y'all better stay alert, because there's something dark going on and it's not getting the coverage that it deserves. We keep hearing about these so-called suicides. Black truck drivers and black men found hanging in places that don't make sense. And baby, you don't need a detective badge to know when something don't smell right. This ain't just tragic. This is suspicious, and I'm going to break it down today. See, we can't even start this conversation without looking back at history. Lynching? That was America's favorite pastime when it came to terrorizing black folks. They did it out in the open, no shame, like it was Sunday service. And now, when we see these modern day cases, brothers found hanging from trees, bridges, truck stops, we supposed to believe it's all suicide? Baby, please, my spirit can't sit with that. Especially when the families be saying he wasn't depressed. He had plans. He had kids. He was just on the phone talking about the future. So why the narrative always gotta be suicide? Now, let's talk about these truck drivers. Black men out here working long hours, keeping America running. They park at some of these small town truck stops, and y'all already know, not every place in America is friendly to a black face. Some of these spots are sundown towns in disguise. If you black, you ain't safe after dark. And too many stories are surfacing where brothers are found dead on their routes. And guess what? Nobody got cameras, no witnesses. Police shrug their shoulders like, case closed, suicide. No, we're not doing that. Black men on the road, y'all need to move different. Don't park in them empty, isolated places if you can help it. Stay lit up, stay visible, and stay in touch with somebody at all times. Share your location because safety gotta come first. And let's keep it real. When the police show up, too often they quick to rule it a suicide. But why? Because a hanging looks easy to explain and it keeps the system from looking too close. The mortician signs off, the judge nods, and the family left grieving with no real answers. That's why we side-eye the whole process. It feels like a cover-up. Like if they admit it's foul play, then they gotta admit America still got a lynching problem in 2025. And baby, they don't want that headline. This ain't just news stories. This is people's lives. Sons, brothers, fathers.
Hey, Bo, on the real, Bo, I heard a young man in North Carolina, a truck driver from Chicago, got hung from a tree, right? Bo, truck drivers, we gotta fucking stick together, Bo. Ain't no motherfucking way in hell, Bo. The Carolinas, a young man got hung from a tree. That's why I tell y'all truckers, man, watch out for one another. Black truck drivers, watch out for one another, Bo. Stop being with that airman for themselves and shit. KKKs, man. KKKs is alert, man. These sundown towns, they ain't gonna try me. The type of person who I am, bro, I'm gonna beat the shit out of one of them motherfuckers. That real shit. That's a young man, but you know what I mean? And they probably lynch him. He probably got jumped. You know what I mean? Or he could have been buddy with the motherfucking crackers. Who knows, man? Truck drivers, man, all my black truck drivers, man, we gotta fucking stick. Watch out for one another, bro. Make sure, ask every black truck driver. Make sure motherfuckers is good, man. You good, man? How your day going, man? You straight? Where you going at? You know what I mean? Shit, we need to have a fucking truckers, some type of goddamn group chat where we can goddamn keep up with each other, man. Every time we deliver these loads, man, we need to stay connected with each other, you know what I mean? Real shit. Fuck all that every man for themselves, dog. Like I tell y'all, man, y'all making them folks look like gangsters, bro. That's a KKK act, bro. And that real shit, dog, my mama. I wish one of them motherfucking crackers would, but I beat the shit out one of them motherfuckers, bro. Long live, I've got the young man from Chicago, but long live his name, bro. That's crazy, bro. The Carolinas, dog, at that. Man, my condolences goes out to his family. We need to get justice, but we also need to retaliate too. Fuck all that marching, man. I be ready to whip ass. I'm a warrior, bro. Like for real, you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Every time, dog, they do that shit to one of us, we gotta do that shit to one of them. Take one of them. Real shit. That's a fact. That's the type of shit I be on, bro. You know what I mean? Everybody wanna scream that unity shit. But one time they goddamn ride for one another. Motherfuckers individual. Motherfuckers ride for one another individual. Come on, man. Like for real, bro. Y'all need to stop that bullshit, man. Retaliate, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. My condolences goes out to the family. We need to retaliate. Justice cool too, but we got to whip ass, man. Every time they whip ass. Point blank period. I'm out.
Black families out here burying their men, and the pain is unspeakable. And the media, silent. You don't hear Anderson Cooper talking about it every night. But if it was the other way around, oh, baby, it'd be headlines for weeks. It'd be headlines for weeks. So I'm saying this from a place of love and urgency. Black men, stay aware of your surroundings. Truck drivers, keep your people updated on where you are. Black community, don't just scroll past these stories. Share them. Speak up. Put pressure on officials, because silence is what allows these tragedies to keep happening. And if we don't demand answers, who will? We can't save everybody, but we can warn each other. And right now, the warning is clear. Stay alert, protect yourself, and don't believe every official story they hand us. I wish I didn't have to make videos like this, but pretending like everything is fine won't keep our people safe. We gotta talk about it. We gotta call it out, and we gotta look out for one another. So my brothers out there, keep your head on a swivel. Don't let nobody catch you slipping. Your life is too valuable, too precious, too necessary to be written off as a mystery suicide. Stay alert, stay safe, and don't you ever forget, they may not value your life, but we do. Protect yourself at all costs. Period.